Are you the one who starts the best conversations on Facebook, WhatsApp, or in the group chat? If so, this is the podcast for you. Hi, I'm Eva.
And I'm Don, and welcome to Chat and Bother. This is a 15-minute podcast where we start conversations and you and your circle finish them. So go ahead and share this episode with a friend or family member so they can listen to it and you can talk about it together.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So we had to cut that last episode short because, we can't be on here for more than like 15, maybe 17 minutes. But we have one more, Am I the A-hole? It's a rough one. It's a rough one. I'm just going to go ahead and read it. I woke up at 5 a.m. craving pancakes while on vacation with my in-laws. So I decided to quickly make myself and my son some since we were the only ones awake besides my husband who does not eat pancakes. My sister, I know, just focus. Okay, focus. My sister-in-law's daughter came downstairs just as my son was finishing up and started crying because there were no more pancakes for her. I did try to comfort her, but I have really bad morning sickness after I eat, and I was starting to feel sick, so I had to take her to her parents, who were still sleeping. Long story short, my sister-in-law was upset I only made pancakes for myself and my son when there were others in the house who also needed to eat breakfast. She said I was selfish, and I should have known my niece would have wanted some too, so I could have made extra just in case. Okay, so in the Chat and Bother group, there have been some very excited, I don't know what kind of answers.
Visceral?
There have been some reactions to this.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I did not say what my thoughts were. Don, this is your first time hearing this.
Yeah.
I would love to hear from you first so that these people can come after you because people was mad. Who's wrong here?
Well, first, let me say there are some perspectives to think about here. One, she's thinking about her and her kids.
Her who?
The lady who made the pancakes.
She's thinking about her and one kid. Actually,
One
she
kid.
really was only thinking about herself, and that kid happened to wake up.
Now, she says she has some sickness. Was she like trying to...
She's pregnant.
Oh, okay. So she was just trying to make sure she got something in before...
She woke up craving pancakes, and she wanted to eat at 5 a.m. Remember, she condensed this thing. All of the facts are there. She's pregnant. It's 5 a.m. Child was awake. Her husband was awake. And her in-laws were not awake.
All right. So the first thing wrong is they all up at 5 o'clock in the morning. That's the first thing that's wrong. Why?
What? No, now I can relate to that because that's my hour.
And I don't think that that's right. Assuming you can get past that. Yeah, I think like if you're on vacation and you're in a house with other people, is it that there wasn't enough food for everybody? Because to me, that's the only reason why you don't make enough for everybody is if there's not enough food for everybody. But if you in there making it, it's not that much harder to do a little math and put a little more flour and eggs and milk in it.
Okay, I'm going to just say this to you. What are you like at 5 a.m.? Since you were just talking about it don't make sense to be up at 5 a.m. What are you like at 5 a.m.? Are you thinking?
I'm not up at 5 a.m.
Okay, if I woke you up at 5 a.m., are you thinking?
No.
No. As a person who has been pregnant and had a craving, you've seen me have a craving. Remember that poor jar of mangoes?
Yes.
I wanted mangoes. Was I thinking about anyone else?
No.
No. When I was stabbing that jar with a butcher knife to get it open, was I thinking about the shards of metal that could possibly kill me and my unborn child?
No.
No. So when there is a pregnant woman who has woken up with a craving at 5 a.m., she's probably only cooking for the child because it's there looking at her. Guaranteed, she is not thinking of anyone other than herself.
So you're saying there's something primal going on.
Yeah, she does not care. It's not saying that she doesn't care, but she has a craving and she knows she has a time to make it and eat it before she gets sick. And how was she to know that everyone else was going to wake up at that hour? I don't see a pregnant woman who knows morning sickness is coming, standing up in the kitchen at 5 a.m. making pancakes for an entire household. That sounds insane to me. Now, most of the people in the group said, hey, if it was me, I would get up and make food for everybody. Well, y'all will be disappointed in pregnant Eva on vacation. Guaranteed. Because if I wake up at 5 a.m. with a craving, my kids might not even get nothing. And when this other kid woke up, she was already sick. And the in-law was mad that she didn't make her more food. Now, anyone who has experienced severe morning sickness, the sight or smell of things can make you puke or feel like you're going to puke or feel like you're going to pass out. I really think that the in-laws were mad that they had to get up at 5 a.m. to feed their own kid.
Of course.
Because the friends I have are the type of people who would make food for everybody. I don't know what they would do pregnant, but they're definitely the type of people not pregnant that if they were up at 5 a.m., they're making food for everybody. And me, not pregnant, if I happen to get up at 5 a.m., I am making food for everybody. Pregnant, all bets are off. If my own kid got up and I was finished eating, I am so sorry. You are going to wait until I am no longer ill before you get any food out of me. That's just it.
Okay, I think that's fair. You've tackled it from the perspective of the pregnant mother.
Mm-hmm.
What about the other parents in the house?
I am asleep.
Mm-hmm.
My friend brings me my crying child at 5 a.m. and says she's hungry and I don't feel well, so I can't make any more food. Am I mad at her? No, I am mad at this child. Go to bed. You don't have no reason to eat at 5 a.m. You have no reason. Shut up and get in the bed and get up at a reasonable hour. I can't believe that you done even asked your pregnant aunt to make you some food. You are embarrassing me. Go to bed. Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right. So
I mean, I understand your point, but still.
So I did not expect for the child to come out as the villain in this.
That's right. Bad children is the problem. That's the real problem. That's the real problem. Because when I asked the kids about this one, all of them were like, why does this kid insist on eating at this hour? Go back to bed. Somebody is going to feed you. It's just not going to be now. See, those are the children that I have raised. Because they know good and well if their pregnant aunt has to bring them to my room, wailing like crazy people at 5 a.m. Are you crazy? Embarrassing me so? Absolutely not.
I see what you're saying, but it's a kid. Kid ain't thinking about...
Okay, those are other people's kids. That's what it is. I need to understand that everybody's kids ain't my kids.
Right. They saw food. They are hungry. They're like, "Ooh, I love pancakes. I want some too."
See, you can understand that because were you that child?
Because I am that kid. And if I see my auntie and my cousin in there eating some pancakes, I'll be like, "Oh, what we eating? What you mean there ain't no more?" Hold up, auntie, ain't no more pancakes. I mean, is it syrup? I can lick a plate, like sausage.
Okay, so I understand that because.
I'm gonna be in there like giving her the sad eyes.
So you're not gonna be thinking about the fact that she's pregnant. Okay, so I have to think about it differently because I get it. Most children are going to react that way.
Yeah.
My children would not react that way, but most children are going to behave that way.
Think about
if they were sick, I could see them coming to me and saying, "Listen, I did my best. But I'm a vomit in the boy pancakes." And I don't want to do that. I could see them trying, but I don't know that they would muscle through it. Right. Because they know that if they brought my crying kid, you know what? They probably would not bring the crying kid to me and would muscle through it because they know we gonna have problems. Why are you awake?
I'm telling you,
Number one. Number two, you see this woman is pregnant. What are you doing? Why are you asking her for anything? Yeah. So that's other people's kids, most likely. And you would have done that.
Listen, if I'd have thought that there was a meal in there that had my name on it.
It did not have your name on it at 5 a.m.
Well, if I smelled it, it had my name on it.
Oh, good grief. That's why kids are like, wow. Could you see your kids doing it?
Yes.
Who?
All of them.
Crying?
No, not crying.
Okay.
Not crying.
Making a scene. This particular scenario right here.
No, they're not coming back in there. They're not snitching on auntie.
No.
Because they aunties, aunties would be taking care of them anyway, but...
Yeah, it's highly unlikely that this scenario would ever happen.
Right.
Because I would probably walk in and see the aunties sick, leaning over the stove, coming, "I'm trying my best, Lord Jesus. I'm trying my best."
But there's a stack of pancakes in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Gosh, I wish I was a better person. But me pregnant is terrible. I fully relate to this woman.
Yeah.
I am not thoughtful or kind while pregnant.
You said something that made me pause for a second because I was fully in the camp of, well, this woman is guilty of being selfish and all that. But when you said there's probably something primal going on there with like that, the urges that you have when you're in pregnancy. Clearly, I have not been pregnant.
Yeah, but you clearly act like a pregnant person when you smell food. Is that how it's?
Yeah.
That's terrible. You just gonna guilt trip the people?
I feel like there's judgment coming on. I think I gotta go to work.
I think you do too. Y'all have a good one. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for joining us for Chat and Bother. Go ahead and like our Facebook page and share this episode with people that you want to chat with or just feel like bothering, or both. Visit our website, chatandbother.com, for our episode guide and other ways to connect with us. Take care.